There is a major environmental disaster on the western horizon of Lake Michigan. The invasive species of Asian carp have been swimming up the Mississippi for years, and the only thing that stands between them and the vulnerable Great Lakes is an electric barrier in the Chicago Sanitary Ship Canal. The Great Lakes states are fighting for the canal to be shut down, but the Windy City won't comply. Asian carp are unlike previous invasive species to the Great Lakes because they multiply quickly, harm native species, and there lacks a solution to deal with a major outbreak of them. It may only be a matter of time before the Asian carp enter the Great Lakes and cause a devastating blow to the Great Lakes fishing industry and cause severe injuries to people participating in recreational water sports. Not only is fishing a pastime and recreational activity here in Michigan, but it makes up a billion-dollar industry that could be threatened if the Asian carp enter the Great Lakes. As of right now, this is what almost every pond and stream looks like in Michigan. Peaceful and calm. But with Asian carp on the horizon, things are going to change for the worst. This is a YouTube clip showing Asian carp. Whatever river Asian carp enter will end up like this. Asian carp multiply extremely fast. Once the Asian carp enter the Great Lakes basin, the Asian carp will attempt to enter every single body of fresh water. Because there aren't any natural predators, almost all Asian carp will grow to their full size. Due to Asian carp's amazing leaping ability, they can leap into boats and injure occupants inside the boats. Here are some clips of just a few of the fish that will be affected by the Asian carp invasion. But not only are humans affected, but the native species are affected more. Asian carp hurt native species in all phases of life. Asian carp disrupt spawning beds that fish rely on to reproduce. Asian carp filter out all of the algae and plankton that newly spawned fish rely on. And Asian carp also eat all of the larger food items such as worms that larger full-grown native fish rely on.
Along this canal is a multi-million-dollar mechanism designed to do just that. To look at the river, you wouldn't even notice that there's something here until you read the signs. This is the Chicago Sanitary and Ship Canal. The water here is charged with a pulsating direct current that is meant to keep fish at bay.
The electrical pulses come out of the building and go to steel bars that lie on the bottom of the canal. This is an example. They're 5-inch by 5-inch solid steel billets. There are actually 42 of these solid steel billets on the bottom of the canal.
Any boat, cargo, barge, or fish that wants to get from the Mississippi River Basin to Lake Michigan must pass through here. Right now, the electrically charged dispersal barrier may be the only hope of keeping Asian carp out of the Great Lakes. But it comes at a huge cost.
The total project cost is approximately $20 million. By the time we're done with the next barrier, we'll probably be double that, in the range of $40 million.
Plus, the electric bill to operate the barriers can range from $40,000 to $60,000 a month. The electric barrier's effectiveness is the center of huge controversy. In November of 2009, Asian carp DNA was discovered beyond the electrical barriers. And in June of 2010, a 19-pound Asian carp was found in Lake Calumet, about 6 miles downstream from Lake Michigan. Some see it as strong evidence that Asian carp may have breached the barrier, and the state of Michigan wants the canal closed. But Illinois claims closing the canal would upset the movement of millions of tons of vital cargo, totaling $1.5 billion a year, and the loss of thousands of jobs. To counter that, Michigan says if Asian carp should ever populate the Great Lakes, it would cost $3 billion and thousands of jobs. Of all the invasive species threatening the Great Lakes, this one could be the very worst. Keeping them under control is a high priority.